Hey everyone, congratulations for signing up to the Statsational model. You're going to get all the preseason games emailed to you. So there's something new I'm doing this year. I've got a little bit more time for those of you who don't know. Some of you do. I am no longer working on Wall Street. I was able to quit that job, retire a little bit early from Wall Street, and move on down to Florida and concentrate full-time on the sports betting and the daily fantasy stuff. So because of that, hopefully you guys are going to benefit as well. I've got a little bit more time to do these sort of things and analyze the games just a little bit more than I was able to before. So I'm going to get back to the analysis that I was giving you guys a few years ago before just things got crazy with work. So for those of you new, well, you're going to benefit right out of the chute. You're going to get all the analysis. You're going to get all the games. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. So right away, I know preseason, a lot of people get a little hesitant to bet the preseason. I've seen some things on Twitter from the so-called experts on ESPN. Trey Wingo is one of them, talking about just how it's the most degenerate thing to do is bet preseason. And in all likelihood, if you're betting the preseason, it probably is fairly degenerate because you may not have a system or a model that you're following. But we can find some advantages in the preseason. I've had some monstrous preseasons before. I think I had a week a couple of years ago where I went 9-0 or something like that, and unfortunately did not parlay it while I was in Vegas at the time. Did not parlay that, but 9-0 is 9-0. So we've had some good success. And a lot of that, and a lot of these trends are based on the coaching. That's what we're going to look at in the preseason. Also, I know I spoke years ago in some emails that you guys may have received, and for those of you who haven't, I spoke about Wong teasers. And just to summarize them up quickly, if you actually go, I've got a beginner's course now on the site. If you go there and look at teasers, I speak about it in more detail. But what we're essentially looking for are games that are plus 1.5 to minus, or plus 1.5 to plus 2.5, and then minus 7.5 to minus 8.5, and we want to tease those across the 7 and the 3. So we're looking to tease down those favorites so that we cross the minus 7 and we cross the minus 3, and we're looking to tease up the underdogs to do the same on the other way. So in the preseason, we actually get a lot of these because you get a lot of lines between 1 and 3, because obviously the teams are playing a lot of backups, so we don't see very huge spreads in the preseason. Let me give you a list of the Wong teasers first. So this week we've got the Giants, Houston, Tennessee, the Chargers, Buffalo, and Tampa. So currently right now, those 6 teams are all plus 2.5. When you watch this, that may change, and your book may have someone else who's at 3, might be a 2.5 in your book, so just keep an eye on that. But those 6 teams right now happen to be plus 2.5, and we would want to tease those teams with each other. So a lot of 2-team teasers, and depends on the odds that you're getting. So anything better than minus 110 on a 2-team teaser for 6 points, you could go ahead and play these. So those 6 games, any way you like. Now, I can narrow down those 6 games because if we look at the games that we actually like straight up, a few of them all overlap. So if you want to just play those games that overlap as a teaser and limit the amount of bets you put in, I'm absolutely fine with that. Here are the games. Houston plus 2.5, Seattle plus 2.5, the Chargers plus 2.5, Minnesota plus 3, and that's one that if it moves to 2.5, you're going to also want to put that in a Wong teaser. And Oakland minus 5. So just to recap the regular plays, Houston's plus 2.5, Seattle's plus 2.5, Chargers are plus 2.5, Minnesota's plus 3, and Oakland is minus 5. Good luck with those plays. You'll get the email next week as soon as we're ready with it.